Hello, my name is Catterson O, Transportation Specialist with FMCSA's Compliance Division, and I'm excited to introduce you to FMCSA's Crash Preventability Demonstration Program. This demonstration program will help FMCSA evaluate the efficiency and effectiveness of determining the preventability of certain crash types. The program opens August 1st, 2017, and FMCSA expects to accept requests for data reviews, or RDRs, for a minimum of 24 months. Today, we'll be showing you how you can submit a crash for FMCSA's review during this demonstration program, how a member of the public can provide evidence if FMCSA initially determines the crash is not preventable, and where you can view the final determinations. Motor carriers and drivers can submit RDRs through data queues. Crashes must have occurred on or after June 1st, 2017, and be one of the eligible crash types. When the CMV was struck by a motorist driving under the influence or related offense, when the CMV was struck by a motorist driving the wrong direction, when the CMV was struck in the rear, when the CMV was struck while it was legally stopped or parked, including when the vehicle was unattended, when the CMV struck an individual committing or attempting to commit suicide by stepping or driving in front of the CMV, when the CMV sustained disabling damage after striking an animal in the roadway, when the crash was a result of an infrastructure failure, falling trees, rocks, or other debris, or when the CMV was struck by cargo or equipment from another vehicle. To submit your RDR, first, log into data queues. Or if this is your first time in data queues, you can also create an account here. Then click the Add a Request button to get started. Select Crash Event, then select Crash Cannot Be Prevented. Next, follow the prompts to either search for an existing crash report, which will automatically populate the data queues form, or you can manually enter the details of the crash. For FMCSA to review the crash, you need to submit documentation with the request. The documentation should be enough so that it is clear that the crash was not preventable. Supporting documentation can include, but is not limited to, insurance documents, photos, videos, or police reports. Once complete, review your submission and then submit your request. FMCSA will review all qualifying crash preventability RDRs, consider all relevant evidence, and determine that the crashes are either not preventable, preventable, or undecided if the evidence does not allow for a conclusive decision. Data queues will email requesters when FMCSA makes determinations. When FMCSA reviews a crash and preliminarily determines it was not preventable, the general public will be able to find information about the crash on data queues, where it will be posted for 30 days. During this time, anyone with information to refute a proposed not preventable determination may submit it through data queues before FMCSA makes a final determination. To provide information on a crash with a preliminary determination of not preventable, find the crash on data queues and click Select. Add the information and documentation you have. FMCSA will review all relevant information received before making a final determination. FMCSA will post final determinations of not preventable, preventable, or undecided to the Safety Measurement System, or SMS, within 60 days of the determination. Crashes reviewed as part of the demonstration program will remain displayed on SMS with FMCSA's determinations of not preventable, preventable, and undecided noted. For those crashes that FMCSA determines are not preventable, motor carriers and enforcement personnel logging to SMS will be able to see percentiles and measures calculated both with and without the not preventable crash or crashes. Thank you for your interest in FMCSA's Crash Preventability Demonstration Program. For more information on the program, please visit FMCSA's website at www.fmcsa.dot.gov/safety/ crash-preventability-demonstration-program.